This year is called The Story of the 2017 baseball season. We made it to the dance, so I hope you enjoy it. Tonight we celebrate our season. This team played for it all. I say a big thank you as I waited a long time for that call. What a scene in historic Graceland, a sea of black and gold. It's a night we will never forget. It's a story that has to be told. How a team at once 9-7 regrouped and found its way and showed the state of Georgia that Wayne County can play. Yes, Loganville wins the title, and to them I tip my hat. They're pitching very good that day. That's all I'll say about that. But this is our night, a night to reminisce so many highlights, to remember a team that never quit, but always continued to fight. We start with another region title. It's become an annual event. We'll start with this amazing playoff run. This is how it went. We started home against Jones County. What happened in Game 1, we still don't know. But fortunately, in Games 2 and 3, we really put on quite a show. In Game 2, Joshua Gordon steps up big on the mound. He allows just one run. Sophomore James Mullen delivers a 2-run shot, his first varsity home run. Late in the game, Griffin Boyd a key RBI single. On the mound, Gant Starling closes it out. This series will be decided in Game 3, simply no doubt. Game 3 was one for the ages, a come-from-behind win to advance to the Sweet 16. One of the best comebacks in the 7th inning that these eyes have ever seen. We trail 4-3 heading to the bottom of the 7th, 1 to tie, 2 to win. Everyone watching and listening on the edge of their seats, a walk to Cooper Martin is how this inning begins. Next is a bunt to first for a hit by J.T. Crosby. Griffin a bunt down third for another infield hit. Yes, being down by 2 runs in the 7th did not bother this team one little bit. Hit by Gant Starling to center. This Game 3 tied now at 4. Mason Robertson at the plate, ready to bring home the winning score. It's a walk-off walk for the game of the series. The players and fans celebrate. Yes, one of the best come-from-behind wins in years. To that, simply no debate. Next up, the University of Beaufort, a team that recruits talent all across the state. The fact that the team in this state are allowed to do this simply makes me irate. Game 1 is slugfest. Back and forth it goes, but in the end, it slips away. But the fact that we lost this game had nothing to do with our team's play. A blown call at second base, a strike zone from an ump that simply couldn't see. We just had to once again come back in Game 2 to force a Saturday Game 3. The ball again in Joshua Gordon's hand, and what a performance on the mound. Held the University just 3 hits, their bats hardly made a sound. Gordon strikes out 12 in the game. We win the game 5-1. Mason is a 3-run blast, a call that was awfully fun. So it's on to Game 3 with Beaufort, another windy day at the Bow. And before this game was over, the Jackets would put on quite a show. Another day I'll never forget. If you missed this game, it must be a regret. Led early 7-2 as sophomore Griffin Boyd hits a grand slam. But 2 innings later, Beaufort comes back to tie and puts us in a jam. What a moment for this team, as the rest of the story for all time. And again, if you missed this game in person, well, that's just simply a crime. A 12-run 5th inning, a 19-7 Wayne County blowout. How sweet it is was all I could shout. A triple by Cooper, Caden Mason with big doubles. I looked down below and those Beaufort fans knew they were in trouble. They began folding their chairs and headed to the exit. What a great win. It was on to the Elite 8 to play Carrollton. On a Wednesday, it would begin. In time, the Carrollton Trojans on the line a trip to the Final Four. The Jackets would sweep the series 8-2 and 2-1, the final scores. Game 1, a masterpiece by J.T. Crosby. Carrollton's starter fell apart. This Jacket team simply never would quit. It simply had a lot of heart. What a scene at the Bow. Over 900 tickets sold for the event. And the more the crowd got into it, the better things went. We loaded the bases in the 3rd, and then it was 3 straight walks. The crowd simply got into the pitcher's head. Heck, they even caused a balk. A key RBI by Ford Townsend, JT 2 for 2 at the plate. The final score in game 8-2, and Joshua Gordon ready for the Game 2 slate. Game 2 was a pitcher's duel. The Jackets down 1-0 after 5 innings of play. But once again, a comeback by this team. It was simply our day. David Mosley a walk to start the 6th, and Griffin Clark steals a base. And quickly the 1-0 deficit we simply erase. We move to the 7th, and Mosley another walk. Now the winning run. Elijah Hartzog pinch runs, and Mason singles in the 3rd, and this is just fun. Joshua Gordon lays down a perfect bunt. We lead 2-1 and need just 3 outs. Gant Starling comes in to close it out, but the outcome is still in doubt. The tying run at first, and Carrollton decides to hit and run. A base hit to the outfield, but Cade Lambert shows off his gun. They send the runner home. He's out and it's on to the final 4. We win the game and sweep the series, game 2, a 2-1 final score. We would play Locust Grove in the final 4, and what a scene this would be. In 36 years of calling ball, the wildest scene I've ever seen. Wayne County fans came in buses, cars, and came from far and wide. They were loud, enthusiastic, and definitely on Wayne County's side. And it had an impact once again. It affected the opponent's play. And right off the bat in game 1, it would be Wayne County's day. We scored 3 in the 1st and 6 in the 4th and lead 9-0. JT Crosby on the mound, and again his performance quite a show. Locust Grove coach predicted a beatdown, and a beatdown it would be. A 16-1 final in 6. After that, we were hoping to avoid a game 3. But the Wildcats would respond and get help from behind the plate. It was a one-sided ump from start to finish. That I will debate. Would it give our batters time, but time for them, and then that blown 3rd strike. His credentials should be revoked, and the GHSA should tell him to take a hike. Lost game 2, 7-4. So again, when we come down to game 3, and once again, Wayne County came back to support. It was simply just great to see. This game was an all-time classic. Again, one I'll never forget. We just had to win this game, as next week the state finals were set. Ford Townsend on the mound, and we jump out to the early lead. We led 4-1 in the 7th. Again, 3 outs is all we need. But nothing seems to come easy. And in a blink of an eye, we were tied at 4. And this game would head to extra innings, seeing the fans just wanted more. We trailed 6-4 in the 9th, and our season was on the brink. But minutes later, we were tied again, and Locust Grove began to sink. Cooper Martin hustles down the line on an obvious out number 3. Their shortstop is celebrating. Our fans can plainly see. But the pitcher drops the ball, and the outcome now is still in doubt. That's the great game of baseball. You have to get the final out. The Jackets scored 2 in the 9th, and we tie again and head to a 10th frame. And the emotions of highs and lows back and forth, never the same. Once again, we trail 7-6. Gant Starling is giving us everything he's got. We head to the bottom of the 10th with still just one more shot. This team just refuses to lose, and they would respond once more. A loaded bases hit by Cade Lambert, 8-7 the final score. The celebration is on at Locust Grove. It was a beautiful sight to behold. It's a story about a team setting history, and again, it has to be told. 9-7 just a month before, but now heading to the state finals to play for it all. After 36 years in the booth, the state finals I'd get to call. Back in Jessup, hundreds gathered at 2 a.m. to congratulate this team. What a sight that morning in Jessup, and no, it was not a dream. Where else in America do fans gather at 2 a.m. to wish a team well? That's why Wayne County is a great place to live. That's what Wayne County should sell. The excitement you brought to this city, it simply brought joy to our hearts. And everyone was excited, and everyone wanted to just be a part. We might have fallen short, but guys, we finally made it to the dance. With the talent assembled in this room, next year we've got another chance. As always, we pay tribute to our seniors. It's always tough to see you go, but always remember that you're a Yellow Jacket for life and always part of this show. To our shortstop, Mason Robertson, simply one of the best to play this game. Believe me when I tell you this, we will always remember your name. Now it's back to work as you players have got a chance and a goal to achieve, because that state title is close at hand. That I truly believe. Yes, dreams do come true, and for that state title, I continue to dream. I see a state title very soon for this program and this baseball team. Players and coaches, I just want to say thank you for the season that you did provide. For myself and all your fans, it's one truly historic ride. only for the third time in history have a chance to play for it all. And for me, simply a thrill to be behind the mic and be able to make the call. It's an honor and a pleasure. I love doing the play-by-play. I'm just ready to fulfill the dream and win the state title one day. Again, thank you very much.